Hello everyone, myself is Dr. Pinkesh Uttaria, working as an assistant professor at Department of Chemistry, Bhavans College, Dapur. So in last lecture we have completed type 2. So in today's lecture we will complete type number 3 for the UV spectroscopy example. So far we have studied what we can say a Dine system, then after Enon system. Okay, now in today's lecture we will study about the aromatic system. Okay, so now in aromatic system what we are having, let's see, suppose if we are having a aromatic ring like this. Okay, now here we are having a ketonic group, here we are having R group. If the R value, okay, if R is equal to alkyl group, or we can say ring residue, okay, alkyl or ring residue. Okay, so the base value will be 246 nanometer. Okay, suppose if we are having CH3 group over here, okay, of if we are having any another ring over here, so we can say the base value for this system will be 246 nanometer. Second one, if R value or R is equal to H, if R is equal to H, the ring will become a aldehyde group. If R is equal to H, then we have to add 250 nanometer as a base value. If R is equal to OH group, okay, OH group, or we can say O alkyl group. What we are having, not alkyl group, but what we are having, O alkyl group, like this, C double bond O, oxygen and CH3. So this is the O alkyl group. Okay, so at that time we have to add, or what we can say, a ester group. Okay, at that time we have to add 230 nanometer. Okay, so you have to realize that if suppose if we are having simple ketonic group, that is 246, aldehyde group 250, and acidic group or ester group we have to add 230 nanometer. So this is for the base value. Okay, in base value we are having symbol, what we can say, ketone group. Second one we are having aldehyde group. Okay, third one, that is acid or ester group. Okay, starting from here, that is 246, this is 250, and this is 230. Okay, these three value you have to remember. Now let us understand its increment for each substituent. What will be the increment? So as we know, in the benzene ring we are having a position like ortho, meta and para. So increment for each substituent. Okay, each substituent. So suppose if we are having alkyl group, or we can say ring residue. Okay, so what we have to add? So here I am writing ortho, meta and para. Okay, so ortho and meta, if alkyl substituent is present, we have to add 3 nanometer for each. For para substituent we have to add 10 nanometer. Then after OH group, or we can say OCH3 group, or we are having any O alkyl substituent. So at that time for ortho and meta we have to add 7 nanometer. For para we have to add 25 nanometer. Okay, now suppose if we are having oxygen minus charge. Okay, so at that time for ortho we have to add 11 nanometer, meta we have to add 20 nanometer, and para we have to add 78 nanometer. Suppose if we are having Cl group, so for ortho and meta, for Cl group we have to add 0 nanometer. Okay, there is no value for the Cl substituent. Okay, for para substituent we have to add 10 nanometer. For Br substituent we have to add 2 nanometer for ortho and meta, 15 nanometer for the para substituent. For NH2, okay, that is amine group. For ortho and meta, we have to add 13 nanometer, and for para, we have to add 58 nanometer. For NHCOCH3, okay, for NHCOCH3, ortho and meta, we have to add 20 nanometer. For para, we have to add 45 nanometer. Okay, next one we are having NHCH3. Okay, NHCH3, or if we are having NCH3 twice. Okay, for both the cases we have to add 20 nanometer. Okay, for the what we can 20 nanometer, sorry, there is no value for ortho and meta. Okay, para we are having 73 nanometer. Okay, ortho and meta we are not having any value. NCH3 twice we have to add 20 nanometer. Okay, and para we have to add 85 nanometer. So these are the value for the increment for the each substituent that are present on the benzene ring. So you can pause this video and you can write down all the value of ortho, meta and para for the type 3. Okay, first one we have to see what is the ring system, whether it is aldehyde, ketone or acid. Then after we have to add this value, that is the increment for its substituent, whether we are having OH group, oxygen minus, Cl, Br, NH2, NHCO, CH3, NHCH3 and CH3 twice. Okay, they are present on ortho, meta and para. Okay, so now let us understand by its example. So now let us start with one example over here. So here I am having a Br group on the benzene ring. Okay, here I am having benzene ring that is having Br group. Next one, that is we are having the ketonic group. Okay, so now here we are having a C double bond O group. So that is R is equal to alkyl group. So here I have to add 246 nanometer. Why? Because it is simply a alkyl group. We are not having aldehyde group or we are not having any acidic group. So the base value for this, the base value for this system, we have to add 246 nanometer. You have to remember that in whatever the example, type 1, type 2, type 3, your base value should be perfect. There is no plus or minus in that base value. Okay, second one. Now here I can see that there is a Br group. Okay, so you have to consider ortho, meta and para. So how you can consider ortho, meta and para? Generally what happen, students are consider this is as ortho group, this is as a meta group and this will be para group. Similarly this is ortho group and this is meta. It is not correctly. Why? Because suppose if I am writing let's say a CH3 group over here. So for this CH3, this will be ortho position, this will be what we can say meta position and this will be the para position. Okay, you have to consider by the substituent. Suppose if I am writing let's say if I am writing a C double OH group over here. For this C double OH group, the ortho position it is like this. This is my meta position and this will be my para position. Okay, so remember that you have to consider ortho, meta, para position by looking at the substituent. Okay, so here I am having a C double bond O, that is my basic value. Okay, that is my base value and this is my system. So for this, here I am having a ortho position. Okay, so this is my this is the ortho ring residue. So this is my totally a system. This is my total system. So here the Br group. So this is my ortho position. This is my ortho position for this and this will be my meta position. Why this is having a ortho and meta position? So okay, I am explaining you again. I am drawing a structure for explaining ortho and meta position over here. So this is my ring system. Here I am having a Br group. Here I am having a ketonic group. Okay, so for the base value there is no question, that is base value we are having a 246 nanometer for the ketonic group. Now let us understand ortho and meta position. So this is my ortho position and this is my meta position. So in meta position we are having this as a Br group. Okay, so that we have to understand. Okay, so ortho and meta, that is, this is my ortho position, this is my meta position. In meta we are having a Br group. The second thing you have to remember that, okay, and second thing you have to remember that in ortho position we are having this as a, what we can say, alkyl substituent on this carbon atom. Okay, so we are having two ortho position. This is ortho, this is also ortho. Okay, this is meta. Okay, this is meta. So in this ortho position we are having alkyl ring residue. Okay, or we can say a ring residue. Suppose if I cut down this molecule like this way. Okay, so what will happen? So here I am having a meta as a Br substituent, meta Br substituent. So I have to add 3 nanometer for meta substituent. Second one, that is ortho ring residue. Okay, ortho ring residue, oh sorry, 2 nanometer for the meta Br, and for ortho ring residue I have to add 3 nanometer. Okay, so that is our another thing. We are not having any ring system, so we can say the alpha and beta, but there is no double bond over here. So if I consider this as a system, so what will happen? This is my ortho position, this is my meta position. In meta position we are having a Br group, so I have written down over here meta position. So in ortho position I am having this as a ring residue. Why we have to consider this as a ring residue? Because there is a ring present over here, so it can be considered as a ring residue. So we are having ortho ring residue, so we have to add a 3 nanometer. Okay, so by this 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 2 46, so there will be the 251 nanometer. This is my answer. Okay, so do not confuse over here. Again I am explaining what is alpha, what is ortho and meta position. So okay, so let's say this is our system. Okay, so in this system, so this is ortho and meta position. So here I have to consider, let's say, okay, so this is my ortho and meta position. So here I have to consider, this is my ortho and meta. Okay, so let us draw this structure by another way. Let us, I am drawing this structure like this. Suppose if I am having a Br group over here, that is Br group. Okay, now this Br group, now in the second one I am having this type of ring. Okay, now here I am having double bond O. Suppose if I am not considering this as a ring, let us consider this is not having any ring. So what I have to see? Okay, so I have to see the ortho and meta position by this way. So this will be my ortho position and this will be my meta position. Okay, so by that you can consider as a ortho and meta position. So this is having a Br group. So you can consider by this way. Okay, so now let us take one more example. Suppose if you are having a C double OH group over here. Okay, I'm drawing a structure over here. So let us say this is having a C double OH group, that is acidic group over here. Here I am having OH group. The second one, here also I am having OH group. Third one, this is also having OH group. Okay, so what I have to add, first of all let us consider this is as a base value. Okay, so acid will be having a base value. So for the acid we are having R is equal to OH, we have to add 230 nanometer. Okay, for acid we have to add 30 nanometer, 230 nanometer. Now let us consider from here. So this is my ortho position, we are having a meta position, this is my para position. So what I have to add for meta hydroxyl group? I have to add meta hydroxyl group. I have to add 7 nanometer for each meta hydroxy. Here we are having 2 meta hydroxy, so I have to add 14 nanometer. Second one, we have to add para hydroxy. So this is my para hydroxy group. For para hydroxy group, I have to add 25 nanometer. So 4 plus 5 9. Here I am having 3 plus 3 6, so that will be the 269 nanometer. So the lambda maximum will be 269 nanometer. So this is my answer. So now let us understand one more example over here. So if I am having a COCH3 group onto the benzene ring, let's say COCH3 group, and here I am having a Cl group. So by looking at this structure, I can say that this is having a ketonic group. So for the ketonic group, the base value will be 246 nanometer. Okay, now for here I am having a para position, ortho, meta and para. So for para chlorine, I have to add 10 nanometer. So I have to write down over here para chloro substituent. I have to add 10 nanometer, so it will have a 256 nanometer. So here I am not having any ring residue or exocyclic double bond or conjugation system or diene system. So here in this aromatic system, there is only two types of calculation. So first one, that you have to add a base value, second one the substituent. There is no other value you have to add. Second one, suppose if we are having let's say COCH3 group over here. Okay, this COCH3 group over here. Here I am having hydroxyl group. Here also I am having hydroxyl group. Now let us consider from here. So ortho, this is meta, and this is para. Similar way, ortho and meta. So what I have to add, first of all, let us consider as a base value over here. So this is my base value 246 nanometer. Second one, base value. Now second one, that is meta hydroxyl group. Okay, so I have to add 7 nanometer for the meta hydroxyl nanometer, 7 nanometer for the meta hydroxyl group. Okay, so that is 7 nanometer for meta hydroxyl. Second one, that is a para hydroxyl group. So for the para hydroxyl group, what I have to add? So para hydroxyl group, I have to add for para hydroxy, I have to add 25 nanometer. So here I am writing para hydroxyl group, so that is 25 nanometer. So here I am having 246 plus 7 plus 25, so 6 plus 7 13, 13 plus 5 18, plus here I am having 1, so I have to put 5, 5 plus 2 7, so there will be 278 nanometer. So this is the answer of this question. Okay, so in examination they can ask this type of question. Now let us consider last example for this lecture. So here I am having COOH group, and here I am having Br group. So this is the para substituent. So first of all, I have to write down the base value for the acidic group. So acidic group, I am having a 213 nanometer, and second one, para bromine substituent. Okay, so for para bromine substituent, I have to add 15 nanometer. Okay, so the answer will be 245 nanometer. Okay, by this simple way you can consider as a aromatic system. Now this is the typical example that we have seen earlier. So again I am explaining, this is something what we have to understand. Okay, suppose if I am having double bond O over here, okay, and I am asking a question like this, find out the ortho, meta and para substituent. So at that time what will happen, this is my ortho position. Okay, so now this ortho position I am having a group. Let us consider this is as a Br group and this is as my chain. Okay, so what I have to consider, so I have to consider this is as a group. So in that group I have to add a ortho position like this. Okay, in earlier case what I am having, so in earlier case I am having this type of structure and this is my ring system. Okay, So at that time what will happen, this is my ortho position and this is my meta position. So by that way you can consider. Okay, you do not have to consider as a ring. Okay, so just I am giving example, one more example to find out the value. Like say here I am having hydroxyl group. Okay, so just try to find out the lambda maximum for this second one. Okay, so this is I am having hydroxyl group over here, this is I am having a Br group over here, this is having a hydroxyl group over here. Clear? So try to find out the lambda maximum for this. Okay, what you have to see, I am explaining again that whenever you are having two ring system, okay, so this is having a two ring system in which I am having a double bond over here, let's say here. Okay, what you have to see, you have to visualize this structure as like this. Okay, you have to see the structure like this, and then after you have to decide ortho position, meta position and para position. Suppose if you are giving this structure like this, okay, let's say if you are giving the structure like this, what you have to imagine, you have to imagine like this is my structure. Okay, so for that this is ortho position and this is meta position. Okay, again I am explaining my first example. Okay, so this is my system. Okay, so I have to consider this as a system. So what I have to see, so again I am explaining this example because that is the only example you will you will get confused over there. Okay, that is C double bond O. Okay, so if I have to write down this structure, you do not have to write down this structure in the examination, but for your understanding I am writing over here, that is C double bond O. So for that you, what you have to consider, this is as ortho position and this is as a meta position. Okay, so for this I have to add base value. Okay, this is my base value. So for the ketonic group I have to add 246 nanometer. Second one, here I am having a meta Br group, so for the meta Br group I have to add 2 nanometer. And second one, I am having ortho substituent, here I am having a ring, so that will be having ortho alkyl substituent. So ortho alkyl I have to add 3 nanometer. Okay, so for addition of these three you have to add 2 4 15 1 nanometer. So that is my answer. Okay, just consider this as an example. I have overlooked this example in earlier part of my video. Okay, so this is my type number 3. So we have seen uh, three type number 1, type number 2 and type number 3. In type number 1 we have seen a diene system, in type number 2 we have seen the enone system, and the type number 3 we have seen the aromatic system. Okay, so now what you have to do, just practice this example. Okay, type number 1 2 3 and write down all the rules and regulation in one page. Then after by addition of your structure, let's say suppose if I have to practice a diene system, so let's draw this structure. Okay, this type of structure, whatever in your mind, you have to just draw down the structure over here and just consider the lambda maximum. Suppose if you have to practice the aromatic system, just write down the value over here, C double OH, write down the value of NH2 over here, OH group over here. Okay, then after OH group over here, let's say CH3 group over here, and just try to find out the lambda maximum value. Okay, in examination they will not ask a particular type of example. Okay, like in your physical chemistry and in inorganic chemistry, you are having particular type of example, they will change the value also. Okay, in this type of example in organic spectroscopy they will change the structure. Okay, they will change the structure, they will change the substituent, and then they will ask the question. So my suggestion is that you have to practice at least 50 example. Okay, total 50 example for type number 1 2 and 3, and then you will have an idea about the or what we can say UV spectroscopy example. So by this way I have completed your unit number 2. Okay, now in your unit number 1, what I have taught you in unit number 1, we have just see the introduction part. Then after the lambda maximum, okay, bathochromic, hypsochromic, hyperchromic and hyperchromic shift, n2 sigma star, n2 pi star, pi2 pi star, sigma 2 sigma star, chromophore, oxochrome and all that thing. So now in UV instrumentation also we have seen. Now in unit number 1 I have only having what we can say application part. We have only left application part of the UV spectroscopy. Then after we will complete unit number 1 and unit number 2. So I will arrange it one MCQ based test for unit 1 and unit 2 for your next lecture. Just try to explain or just try to see lecture number 1 to 10 for the test number. Okay, so just revise and revise lecture number 1 to lecture number 10 for the UV spectroscopy. Okay, thank you for watching it.